Hopefully.
All right, so rejoining Morwen and Layson.
So
you've just come out of the sewers.
And there's no guards. I already established that. So, Layson, which direction was the hill in? Or the landmark?
It's the one we're traveling southwest.
Southwest. All right. So I say we just try to go southwest.
We're gonna go to the landmark, set up camp.
Okay.
Discreetly.
Hopefully, can I actually? I want to roll.
Roll what?
A knowledge check to see if there's a river nearby.
Okay. Yeah.
That'd be geography, right?
You can roll knowledge local, or yeah, geography. Is geography a separate skill? I can't remember.
Yeah, it is.
Then yes, it's geography.
You have
You think I would have
bard? You know everything, crazy bard.
Bardic knowledge.
Yeah.
I love it, man. When I actually take levels in this, I'll add my class skill, and it goes up the wazoo.
The river. There is a river that's a few miles directly to the west.
Up the wazoo.
Directly to the west. So.
Careful,
Alright, so I'm gonna lean over to Boric and I'm gonna be like, hey, there should be a river a few miles to the west of here. I think we should stop there and clean you up first.
What, you don't like my cologne?
No.
Well, that's a good idea. We'll go to the river.
Okay, it's dark at this point.
Well, we should stop and just kind of wait, camp. Just a cold camp. But we'll move about a mile away from the city.
Okay.
Alright, so do you go all the way to the river? Or can you roll what?
The river's only a few miles. I think we could make it.
Yeah, but it's dark. We've already been traveling through the sewer.
Well, then I will roll a perception, see if there's a place we can go that's like more secluded that we could easily or hide in easier.
Aha! You learned well, my young Padawan.
I did learn. I learned my lesson. 17.
For those of you wondering about that, go watch our recap that Frogstorm will put on his YouTube channel.
Yeah. I'll try to get that one up soon. We did that recap last night, and
oh yeah, it was last night.
Norwin Mandy was very new to role playing when we started.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I still had my RPG blonde on.
So you just rolled perception?
Yeah.
And what was it again?
17.
That's right. All right, so there's no trees in the nearby area, but there are areas where grass is fairly tall, and the ground is, hills that are like 5 feet, and so there's high points and low points. And that's the general landscape of the area.
And I'll tell Layson, hey, I think we could go camp out in one of those small hills over there where the grass is kind of long and be facing, so that we're hidden from the city.
That's a good idea. Let's do that. And when we go there, we'll do everything we can to conceal ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so as far as concealing yourselves, roll stealth.
I got a natural 10.
Natural 16 plus 7.
Math, what is it? 23.
Or it's 23. Sorry, I'm not in the math class right now.
We'll forgive you.
Good thing about college, I can only take one at a time.
No, I have to back that up.
Not in for math.
I had a natural 6 plus 6, so I'm a 12 on my stealth.
You sneaky punk.
I guess I have a little odor.
Okay. So, all right. So you guys set up camp, and nothing as far as like people. You don't see anything, and you guys set up your camp and try to be. You're being as discreet as possible, and
I can take.
You do have like bedrolls and stuff in your gear, right?
Yeah. So
yeah. And you guys picked up everything that you had at the Thieves Guild, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
So I'll take first watch if you want to sleep.
I do.
Okay. So I will just cut out because that's what it looks like I'm doing. No? Okay, good. Usually when it freezes like that, I cut out. So I'll roll my perception. And 20.
Okay.
20 total, not a natural 20.
All right. So, over the course of your watch, how long is your watch, by the way?
I want him to have at least 8 hours so he's not fatigued, so.
Okay. So you stay up all night, and you you've set watch, and over the course of the night, you hear a sound in the grass.
Sound in the grass.
Yeah. And it's coming from probably, it's a little bit of a distance off, maybe 40 feet.
40 feet off.
You hear some rustling in the grass sound.
Can I roll another perception and try to focus on that?
Yeah.
18.
Okay. Okay. So while you're watching these movements and the sounds, you can kind of see since you're an elf, you can see a bit, or half elf, you can see in the dim light. There's starlight and a little bit of a moon, and in the light you see what looks like an animal that kind of walks between some areas where the grass are taller, and he kind of sticks out a little bit. It looked like it was dog-shaped.
Dog-shaped. So we either have a dog or a wolf by us. Well, I'm going to draw my sword, for one. Let's wake him up. You don't want that happening, so we'll wake him up.
Good idea.
I was going to do it eventually. I was just going to see if I could roll a knowledge check first, see if I could better description it, and then wake you up. But no. I learned my lesson about that, too.
So was it you're rolling?
I didn't actually figure that out. Would it be nature to figure out what an animal is?
Yes, that's nature.
Let's go knowledge nature. 1921.
Sounds like Jeopardy. Knowledge nature. For 300.
All right, so it appears that it was an actual dog and not a wolf.
It's a dog? It's... Okay. Can I keep the puppy?
Who said it was a puppy?
You are a ranger.
I am a ranger.
Befriend that.
What do you do?
What do you do? This is D&D.
Called empathy, performance, have handle
awesome.
animal.
Have you trained in that?
Yeah, I think. Is that what it is? Straight. Yeah, I have that.
Okay.
I applaud you. This could be cool.
It could be cool.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to try and tame the dog. Get it to come over to me.
Okay.
But stealthily.
Stealthily.
You're gonna sneak up on it?
No, I mean, I don't want anything else to hear me.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
She's not shouting at the top of her lungs for the city guard to hear, I think is what she's
Here.
trying
Yeah.
to say.
Here,
That's
puppy,
what I'm
puppy,
doing.
puppy.
Basically. So my handle animal is 17.
Okay. So how do you approach the dog?
And I kind of stay crouched down, kind of reach my hand out and be like, here, boy, come here, boy.
It kind of comes forward a little bit and kind of sniffs at your hand a little bit.
You're gonna wait to see how it further reacts. Just kind of keep on, like, calling to it.
Do you just keep holding your hand out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, it actually starts licking your hand a little bit.
I will pet it then.
All right.
One sec.
Okay. It kind of just does its dog thing and just kind of like and kind of keeps licking.
All right. Trying to think, how would I get this thing
Does it have a collar or anything?
famous? I could do that. You want a perception check to check for a
No,
collar?
no, you can just look over the animal and you don't find anything like a collar on it.
So it's just a wild dog.
Well,
it
it's
appears
acting
to
very
be.
friendly to you. It may be a stray.
Stray.
But that's it. Yeah, but
Okay.
so it may have come from the city. It may be wild. It can't really tell at this point.
Okay.
Well, since I smell like the sewer, and dogs always have a habit of going and finding the closest turd and licking it and eating it. Does it give me any attention, any love for the smell, the funk?
Well, what do you do? Do you approach the dog or do you just stay back? What do you do?
I just sit still. I don't interfere with that, but I know I smell like a ripe turd, so I'm sure if the dog is, dogs have a habit of getting into that, so I just want to know what the dog does to me.
Okay. Well, the dog is currently staying with Morwen.
Okay. So I'm
Okay.
gonna try to lead it back over closer to our camp. And try to get it to like sit. Maybe lay down.
All right. So roll handle animal again.
$15.
Okay. All right. It kind of, as you're trying to train this dog, apparently it's a little bit resistant, and actually, I think we
No,
lost...
I just cut
froze
off my picture because I'm a move and I didn't.
Oh, okay. All right, but you're still there. That's good. Okay, so the dog kind of like gets a little bit excited and starts circling around you, but eventually kind of settles down and sits.
Oh. So I'm gonna try to get it to lay down and just finish up my watch.
Okay. It eventually does settle down and it lays down. It just sits there panting.
Okay. And I kind of rub its belly, be like, "Oh, good boy, I'm gonna name you Rex," something like that.
All right. So the rest of your watch goes on uneventful, and the sun starts to come up.
Okay. I need to sleep, so
Okay.
I'm gonna wake him up after the 8 hours,
And I'll sit
and
watch.
I'll let him sit watch while I kind of cuddle the dog and fall asleep.
And I just sit watch.
Okay.
You need a roll perception.
Yeah, roll perception.
19.
Okay. Nothing.
A long pause, like nervous.
I always have to look up my bonus, and it's like a 4.
So,
Alright.
nothing approaches your area that you see. and you do see off in the distance that there's a road. It's a few miles away to the east. That's running to the city and running to the. It looks like it's going to the southeast. And you do see people traveling at a distance. It's hard to see; they're a long ways off, but you can kind of make them out at various points on this road along the horizon.
Okay.
But you don't see anything approaching your camp. But we are going to now go back to Raul, who you wake up in the morning.
Yep. All refreshed and rested. They slept in sewer-covered weeds, and I slept in a nice, comfy bed worth 2 gold. This is a life.
I got a dog out of this. I'm happy.
Hey, that's pretty freaking cool, actually. All right, so I am gonna leave the inn and head back towards the Thieves Guild. I'm gonna do this kind of covertly, not trying to not draw attention to myself. Stick to the side streets. Rolling 27 on my stealth, that'll do, and watching my tail for 23 on my perception. My dex bonuses are ridiculous. And yeah. So I'm going to go and I'm looking for Ez. I just know.
Ezekari.
Ezekari. There we go.
You can call him Ez. That's all right.
I'm looking for Ezekari.
All right. You make your way back to the Thieves Guild and...
Be cautious about it.
Being stealthy. You rolled your stealth.
Yes.
And as you round a corner, you happen to see there are a bunch of guards outside of the Thieves Guild.
Son of a motherless goat. Okay. Well, Can I watch them for a few moments, try to get a feel for what's going on?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and roll stealth.
With the stealth roll, or I gotta roll again?
Yeah, you've got to roll stealth.
Come on,
to
stealth.
hide.
All right, 25 on my stealth that time. 13 plus 12.
Okay. And also 13 plus, okay, and also roll perception.
17 plus 8, so 25. The rolls tonight, man. I rolled below 10 like twice.
So how is it that what's your approach?
Okay, so I came around the corner and saw the guards.
Are you getting closer to the building?
Well, I was approaching stealthily, so I imagine I saw them long before they saw me.
Well,
so
right.
I'm gonna just, if there's a crowd around and people passing by, if it's like the edge of a marketplace, I don't know exactly the setting, but I'm gonna either try to blend in the crowd.
It's kind of closer down towards where the docks would be located. That thing, because this city is set on the edge of a lake, and they've got a port on the lake.
Well, I'm just gonna try to get close enough where I can hear what's going on and watch and do this discreetly, like looking like if there's a place I can hide, then I'll do that. Since I really.
So, are you trying to approach from a nearby alleyway, from across the street? What's your kind of approach?
Well, I'd be coming in through an alleyway probably, and
on the same side of the main street is.
I'm having a hard time imagining what you're thinking.
Well, I'm just thinking that there's a street that's going down. There's a street, and then there's the building, and then you've got alleyways between the buildings. And are you approaching from directly across the street, or are you coming back around from the back of the building, or from one of the alleyways? Well,
if the guards have the guild surrounded, I'm definitely not going around.
They seem to be mostly located around the front. And you did notice that they were moving, there were some that were going inside.
Inside the guild?
Inside the guild. And some of them also walking out of the guild.
Good thing we got them out when we did. Holy crap. All right. Well, what's the outside is just the docks then?
What's that? No,
Outside.
you're not actually at the docks. You know, it's just the general area of town near the docks.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna try to get stealthily in the shadows, then try to get close enough where I can hear what's going on.
Okay, so
Like,
from across the street, maybe.
yeah, like walking. What I'll do is, as in my approach, like, so I mean, I'm gonna have to cross the street or something. So if there's a crowd, I will kind of walk in with the crowd, and then if there's, as I do this, try to either listen if there's a good place to hide, I'll stop and kind of wait there out of sight, like in the side next to the building or the side.
Okay, trying to blend in with the
that
crowd and then just just linger around, just on the main street, kind of thing. That's where the people are. Okay.
And I'm not going to do this too long to be suspicious, but enough to try to get a feel for what's going on.
Okay.
See if they're arresting anyone or anything like that.
All right, so you kind of make your approach and you kind of linger there, and roll perception to listen for them, what they're saying.
13 plus 8, 21.
21. All right, they're not making too much of an effort to, be discreet, and you hear them from time to time say, stuff about no one was here, and you get the general sense that they didn't find anybody there, and that they've been there for, probably an hour already.
Gotcha. So there was someone ratted us out. These guys. It sounds like they showed up to check out the tip. All right.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm going to keep moving on down the street, so I'm not being suspicious, but I'm going to watch from a distance.
Okay, how long are you sticking around for?
I'd say another half hour. Not like I would take off down, like out of sight, like way down the street, like just at a distance, so I can kind of see if there's still guards.
Okay, all right. Roll your perception.
19 plus 8, 27.
Okay, so over the course of that half hour, the guards do taper off, but you did notice that some of them kind of took positions at a distance and are still watching the building.
All right. Out of character question then, having been in contact with these other followers of Calestria,
mm-hmm.
and having known Ez for a little bit, do I know of anywhere that they hide out elsewhere? Any way I can contact Ez without going to the guild specifically?
Have you trained Knowledge Local?
I have.
Have you trained it?
I've not trained it.
All right. No. The Thieves Guild has never told anybody that... It has not told you... Keep in mind, you were not an official member of the Thieves Guild.
No.
And so they have not told you, like, a backup location or anything like that.
Oh...
Well, roll your stealth for this half hour that you were there.
8 plus 12, 20.
Okay. What are you going to do?
This is me thinking during this half hour. It's a lot of thought. Gosh dang it. So did I notice them taking anyone away or anything?
No, it was just guards moving in and out. And then the ones that set up watch at a distance. How long do you want to wait?
Do I see during this half hour, does anyone else come and go?
No,
like anyone. Like
does
anyone that's not a guard come and
go? People passing through the street.
Anyone come out of the building that's the Thieves Guild?
No.
Not a single person.
No.
You know, you could wander around the town checking to see if you recognize anyone.
Yeah, I need to find someone in there.
And that
they're not gonna like what I have to say to them.
And that female contact you have.
Yeah. Would I know where to find her?
You're wondering where you're wondering where she works. If you know where she works.
The general downtown area, perhaps.
If I was there right now, I would be very disappointed in you.
That's all right. Hold on a second.
Depends on how roguish I am, I suppose.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You know where she works.
I'm gonna discreetly head out, and I'm gonna make my way carefully in that direction and see if I can locate where she's at.
All right. Just as you were about to leave, you catch out of the corner of your eye somebody else that seems to be watching the Thieves Guild.
Okay,
who
where
kind
are they
of walk
watching
out
from?
into the he's watching from across the street, a little bit closer towards the Thieves Guild from where you're at.
Has he seen me that I can
No,
tell? Or
it does, not that he's looking at the Thieves Guild.
Okay, I'm gonna move up behind this
and
person.
He's got a hood on.
18 plus 12. Wow, 30.
On yourself?
Stealth. Yeah, I'm moving up behind him.
Okay.
Just like the wind blowing, it's so stealthy.
Okay,
I think at this point he lifted off the ground and just kind of glided.
I vanished from sight. Appear behind the guy. I'm like going ultra rogue mode because I'm mad right now. Oh. Okay, as I approach, can I tell who it is from?
Not from behind. He's wearing a cloak in it and a hood.
Or is he in the alleyway, like out of sight?
No, he's kind of tucked behind a building a little bit, so that if somebody were to look directly from the door of the Thieves Guild, he would be kind of hidden a little bit. But you sneak up behind him.
I'm going to, while I'm sneaking over, I'm removing my dagger.
Okay.
And I'm going to come up behind him, hold it up to his back, grab his shoulder, and say, "Don't move." And with the dagger in his back, "Don't move or you're getting run through."
And then he puts his hands up.
Put your hands down, slowly, so no one notices. Now back up with me into this alleyway.
Right,
who are you?
He backs up.
Tell me your name.
Is that you, Raul?
Ez. Yes, it's me. So I'll put. Be quiet. Lower your voice. What's going on?
You're trying to kill me with fright, man.
I'm not trying to kill you. I'm trying to save my own skin. Ez, where's my payment?
I've got it right here. I've been looking for you. Where have you been?
Apparently, so is the rest of this town.
Obviously.
So I snatch the bag, and I kind of judge how much is in it real quick. Praise roll, I guess.
Roll of praise, I guess.
Not the best. 10 plus 6, 16. Mediocre.
Well, it feels like it depends on what type of coins are in there.
So I'm gonna peek real quick at it.
It looks like a bunch of platinum coins. Don't worry. It's all in there. It's all in there.
I was like, who ratted this out?
I don't know. Who did you talk to?
There was the only person I talked to was Liara, Calestria chick, works the streets.
Yeah, she's all right, but Did you say she was going to talk to anyone?
I had her get me posters. That was it. I didn't tell her anything. She seemed to know what was going on, though. That was all. So it could have been her.
Did you get the posters herself?
She had some girls' posters. She said. Yeah.
She's all right, but not all the girls that work with her are.
I think she. Whatever. I needed to get that.
We've lost this guild house. They know we're here now. Look.
You should be able to make enough with what we got you to replace that. I'm sorry. This job this big, something's not going to go perfect, obviously. It's like the other two, I already got them out of town. But I'm out now, too. I was like, we may be heading for your contact, we may not.
Well, you've gotten all the help that you're getting from me.
We're square then. If we're back in town in the future, I'll look you up, but...
Yeah, don't bother. And then he turns and walks off.
Alright, so I'm getting out. Got my payment, I'm good. And, yeah. Well, that's fun. Alright. It's midnight, guys. You want to call it there?
Midnight for you. It's later for some of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a good point. The party
guys.
is still separated, but I think that's a good point to wrap it up for tonight.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Just don't forget to get my stuff.
Yeah, I gotta do some shopping. And you guys obviously would have given me a list of what you wanted, so we can discuss that. Actually, I remember I said that. What do you want? And then had to take breaks because my internet died and distracted us.
Well, the thing I would have had you go get was the sword, the Masterwork short sword, Masterwork dagger, and a couple of Tanglefoot bags.
I only wanted a silver short sword. Don't care about Masterwork quality, just a silver short sword in case we need it in the future.
All
right. So, okay. So as far as just housekeeping stuff, if anybody wants to watch the VODs, if you missed last week's session with this group, then it will be going up by the end of this week. We do have another group that we've been playing with, and that's kind of the schedule one for that isn't the most solid. So the VODs are on youtube.com/ProgStormRising, and that's where I'll be posting this VOD as well. And so you can go there. You can follow me at ProgStorm. I usually tweet whenever whenever we're going to be doing a session. And Brayden, do you want to mention anything?
Thanks for tuning in, those who did.
Yeah, thank you guys.
It was a blast tonight. You can follow me on my Twitter, right there. And yeah, I think that's about it.
All right, we're all quiet because we're all so used to sneaking. But
I know.
Yeah, thanks you guys for watching, and this group will be back next week. It's possible that we may have another group, the other group going on. Everybody that's involved with this group is also involved with the other group, and we may be having another show between now and then, but it'd probably be a short one. It may be. So if you follow me or follow me on Twitter, then I'll be posting it there. But again, thanks for watching, and you guys have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Have a good one.